Hello and welcome back to Extremely Local News, a weekly broadcast to air our domestic grievances while avoiding any real or direct confrontation. I'm Nathan Gust, your host and natural alpha. With me as always are my diminutive colleagues and roommates Travis Lindner and Evan Shepard. The top story this week is a return to where we've been all month long. Coming to you live via satellite from the kitchen is our man on the street, Justin Terrell. Jay, you're down there in the thick of it. What is the mood down there at Ground Zero?
Yeah, you said it, Nate. I am here with the goddamn dirty fucking dishes, and it is by no means an inappropriate hyperbole to reference Ground Zero.
Why don't you give us a little backstory and explain how things have gotten so out of hand?
This clusterfuck of a shitstorm has been waiting to powder keg all year. But as far as we can tell, this specific incident started about 1 week ago when a pan was left to soak on the west side of the sink. Since then, we have entered an era of sloth and abandonment as dishes and cups continue to accumulate. It is truly a Vesuviusian display of apathy.
Vesuviusian?
Yeah, Vesuviusian. Vesuviusian. It's like a volcano.
And is there any sign of life from the original pan?
It still sits at the base, Nate. A relic of simpler times, if you will. What once was just an innocent mixture of hot water and dish soap has devolved into a sick, filthy orgy of Velveeta runoff and sausage casings.
One last thing before we let you get out of there, Jay. Are there any leads as to who might be responsible for this hostage standoff?
Based on diet and previous offenses, we are left with this artist's rendering of the prime suspect. It's only a matter of time before his guilt compels him to come forward.
Prove it.
Self-awareness ain't just a river in Egypt, is it, boys? Back to you in the studio.
Okay, we're going to switch gears here now and preview the week ahead. Evan, what's going on at Cook Street this week?
I'm glad you ask. The time has come again for the Justin and Nate annual upstairs bathroom clean. Let's bring back Jay for this one. Jay, have you made it upstairs yet?
Yeah, I really didn't know we were shooting this tonight. It seems like a kind of an unnecessary call-out.
Oh, you? You're getting called out? Well, that seems a little pot calling the kettle black to me.
African American, please.
Justin, to clarify for us, when was the last time that you or Nate spent any time taming that unlivable beast that you guys call a shared bathroom?
Well, as you said, it's an annual bathroom clean, so just the once a year.
That's a great point. And yet I seem to remember last year's event being postponed and inevitably canceled due to a surprise afternoon showing of The Proposal on HBO's Signature.
Yeah, well, we were pretty hungover, if I remember correctly, and I mean, we caught it at like 10 minutes in. It was like 10 minutes in, Nate.
It had just started.
So, I mean, it didn't feel like we really watched the whole movie.
Alright, now I'm noticing some peanuts on the back of the toilet there. The question on everybody's mind has to be, is that the same jar of peanuts that's been there for the previous year and a half?
Look, I don't remember the peanuts not being in the bathroom or being in the bathroom, but they are in the bathroom and they're delicious. Back to you.
Thanks, Ev. Now we turn to a human interest story as one of the Cook Street roommates has managed to acquire a girlfriend. And to everybody's surprise, it's Evan. Evan was able to strike up a conversation with a handsome female that he met while attending a watercolors course through Living Social. Over the last couple weeks, it's really blossomed into a promising romance. Tell me, Nate, have you noticed any sort of change in Evan now that he thinks he's found love?
Oh, for sure, for sure. I've noticed over the past couple weeks, Travis, that Evan has done a complete 540 in his demeanor around the house, and I'm truly struggling to cope with it.
I am at a complete loss as to how our little curmudgeon has become so pleased with the world around him, and by extension, who he is in that world, in whatever way that he fits into whatever cosmic plan that God, or he, she, or it, or them, or we. And I like Suzanne. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong. I think she's fine. She's lovely. She's
I think she's top notch. I think that her and Evan are super cute together.
They're fine. But I watched him wrap up a sandwich the other day in saran wrap, which we all know doesn't work well. Yeah. And he didn't complain about it. He just did it and put it in the refrigerator and then walked away whistling. And
Gandhi complained about
saran wrap. That was one of his big complaints.
Guys, can I cut in here for a sec?
Certainly, Jay. What do you got for us?
I've been digging through some of his emails and his laundry to see if I could find some evidence that better illuminates the metamorphosis we're all referring to.
That's great, Jay. What have you found?
The subject of the thread, brunch on Sunday, ... Evan's final response is, I'm super excited. Reservations for 9:30.
I think I heard an exclamation mark in there. Can we assume this statement was said in total sincerity?
It was dripping. Back to you, guys.
Coming up just moments ago is the Sports Report with Evan Shepard. Evan Shepard, what's going on in the sports world?
Thanks, Nate. Last Tuesday around 4 p.m., roommates Justin and Travis decided to celebrate their record-tying 39 hours of sobriety by having a Best of Infinity beer pong tournament.
Do we have a highlight package? I'd love to see it.
Great. What started as a cordial exhibition game turned testy when Justin, one of the game's all-time great lightweights, had 2 warm beers under his belt. In what has become a routine storyline this season, Justin accused Travis of several different rule infractions, followed by Travis refusing to ever play again, or at least until Justin comes up with some new trash talk. While neither player succeeded in making enough cups to win, they did manage to ruin the day of the rest of the roommates by repeatedly calling them to see if we too wanted deepy dough. Nate?
I'm actually pretty upset I missed that, but great report as always, Shepard. Now for the lighter side of the news. It seems that we have a case of serial flatulence at the Cook Street house. Someone, no name yet, is going around and farting with their butt on people's meals while they're eating. Get a load of this footage, it's amazing. Oh, boom! Ooh, watch how much this one gets him. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. I mean, watch this one. Stinky!
Nate, it's not even remotely funny, and it has to stop.
If I may, I think what he's doing here is he's taking the art of passing gas around his friends and he's making it a more visceral and emotional experience for everyone around him. It's very avant-garde, very Andy Kaufman of him.
No, it's not. We all agree this is the most base, inconsiderate abuse of friendship that any of us have ever seen.
Is that what the critics are saying? Simply delightful. So watch out, Cook Streeters. It would appear that the masked man is selecting his victims at complete random.
You absolutely target me more than anyone.
Well, Travis, let me just play devil's advocate here for a second. You're very meticulous and methodical about your meals and making them and preparing them on a plate. Maybe you had it coming. Well, that's going to do it for this week's Extremely Local News. Another really passive-aggressive, self-serving showing, guys. Next week, Evan's dog Roscoe. What's really going on inside that massive, dumb face? And what can we learn about our own hopeless existence from studying his? Thank you for watching me talk to you.